Bioficer Battleship sprue. For the Bioficer Battleship sprue, there are several things that I noticed immediately, and one is this is a chunky battleship. It has 6 pieces to build it. There's a left and a right side here, and they go together quite well to there we go. That gives a good 3-dimensional space already. And then the side panels have the option to go on in several different locations, and I'll have to figure out where I want them to be, but that makes a fairly chunky side to side when everything is pretty much flat panels. So there's a lot here already, and before I even decide which type I would like, it has the option to either go with the large front narrow gun. I believe it's front narrow. So you can do that, or you can mount this in its place, and from there you can mount several of the other weapon options. So this should be an easy magnet process. I think there's enough here to actually get that in and be secure. If not, pinning would probably work fine. Probably go into this side because there's a good amount of material there. But that is a large ship, and it goes to here. That's where the peg goes. From there, you can add torpedoes. This piece actually goes to build a different model from the lightship sprue. So that goes on a different option, and my plan was to magnetize that anyway, so that can get added to it. And then there are 2 different sets of turret mounts, pretty much. How I'm seeing it as turret. And different designs have different locations where they go. Some are lower mount and some are higher mount. But I think I could get these to work well in single locations. I don't actually, I think they go here. Yeah. So I could easily make it so it either has or does not have these items, depending on the build. And that would give me a decent option. I don't need to have both being able to go in each area, but I probably could. Magnetizing from back here into here might actually be the better option, but at the same time, I think there are builds that don't have any of these, and then the magnets would be showing. So I don't know exactly if I want to do that or not. We'll have to see. Another thing is you get a supercell. And the supercell can either have it be open or have the larger hole. And this is large enough that I think I could probably just, I mean, it's spinning fairly freely, so I'd probably have to put like a little piece of blue tack in it or something if I wanted to always have it available but not always run. So that might be the best option there. And I still don't know which battleship design I want, and I'm not 100% certain on the magnetizing yet, but I think having only two options, it's not too bad deciding between these two. Um, yeah, these don't go together in any way. So you have to decide between these two front pieces. But I think there's enough of a magnet here that even if I'm putting the front piece and another option on here, that should still be strong enough to hold that weight. So yeah, I'm probably going to magnetize a lot of this, and let's see exactly how it ends up. For the Bioficer Battleship, I decided to build the summoner cell for the better rule set at the moment. And then I decided to go with a super battleship and build with both weapon options on the body. But I also managed to magnetize one of the three super battleships has a different location for where these weapons are mounted, but all three have the same weapons. So I just glued them in. And then I also managed to magnetize the front so that I can have a blackbird, a bishop, or a binder. Oop. When it's not angled, it'll hold. It's just got a little bit of mass that it's not perfectly magnetized, but it should be fine once I get some paint in here. It should be just hard enough to keep in place. And for ease of painting, I actually have not glued the wings in, just for the sake of ease there. And they're going to be in the middle of the large opening so that it lines up so you can get the summoner cell still inside of it, because that's an important aspect on the ship, and I don't want to block that by raising it up any. That would block the pathway. And lower could be interesting, but it's not necessary. So it will definitely be in one of the bottom two. But I need to get this painted up. Subscribe if you haven't so that you don't miss any future videos. I also want to thank my patrons and supporters for making these videos possible. And until next time, I hope you find your bit of bliss.